What's up, guys? I'm shaky. It's my first episode of F. Steve. This is a show in which I make fun of my father's lies. And of course, disclaimer, a lot of the things that I say my father is lying about, I have never actually heard him lie about it, but the facts are people think things about me that aren't true. I found out that he's a liar, so you put two and two together. You know, I have caught him lying about me about other things, but as far as this goes, like for example, what I'm going to talk about today, make fun of today, is how he tries to lie and talk about and say that I like certain music and that makes me gay for liking this or that type of music, which is just ridiculous if you think about it. Like if I listen to a CD of Prince, it doesn't mean I want dick in my ass. Like no, I don't want that at all. So music, I feel like if you listen to any type of music, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make you gay. Like even to the extreme, listening to the Village People. Now I would never listen to the Village People, but I feel like if you listen to the Village People, if it's good music, it doesn't matter like their stance on sexuality or whatever. You know, it's good music. It's good music. So I've decided, and him lying about me being gay is just like it's so backwards. Like I know what he says. Like I know he says he doesn't want me gay, but then he turns around and says that I am gay, which is batshit crazy. For one, because that'd be like me saying, "Oh, I hate Z-Way or I hate Doja Cat," but then I go around and tell everybody that I'm going to be married to him or something. Like it's just I feel like the people that follow my father and follow my family and believe them what they say about me, if they take just 1 second to think about what they're doing, they would realize it makes no sense, or that there are alternative reasons for why they want you to do or treat me the way that they want me to be treated. You know, there is always another reason, a hidden reason behind it, and you just have to think. Just think for yourself. So, my father lying about what type of music I listen to. Like I remember, he's been lying about me my whole life. I remember when I was young, um, he would lie and say that I liked country music. At the time, I was getting into heavy metal music and stuff like that. I was becoming a young man, 12 and getting older and seeing more of the world around me. And I really got into, like, I bought this tape of White Zombie, and it just blew me away. The Astro Creep 5000 or whatever the fuck the name of the album is. it, it was such a good fucking album. It's one of the only albums White Zombie ever made, but it just blew me away. That was the first thing I ever listened to. Felt kind of bad being a Christian though, and listening to the song Devil Man, running in my head," I kind of stayed clear of that song because I was, growing up as a Christian. I was like, "Well, I don't like that song, but the rest of it's well." So to disprove what my father says about me and about what type of music I listen to, like now, I don't know if it's just where I live or if it is the Sykes, like riding by, having people ride by and blaring their bass, boom, 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 boom. Like it's got to be them because they ride by my house all the time, and my house is not a major road, so there's no reason for there to be that many people. And I've lived here for a long time, so I know that the Sykes are losing their minds, having people with bass ride by. It's ridiculous. But I'm going to list some things that I will admit to listening to. Um, that to prove on a point that of something that he says that I've listened to that I don't like at all. So I'll admit to listening to Lisa Loeb. I like her one album, the first album. I love that album. The rest of the albums I can't really deal with because I wouldn't. I got when I was 12. I told my cousin. I said, "You hear the bass? If you can hear it." I told my cousin uh, that I liked Smashing Pumpkins, and her response to that was buying me a Lisa Loeb album. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. My father has been lying about me my entire life. Like, how does it doesn't, this does not match this. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't match. And my cousin is the most gullible person when it comes to my father. I'll admit to liking an album by Prince. Refer to comment before does not mean that I want. I like that album Around the World in a Day. That is a good fucking album. I only bought the album because of that song, Raspberry Beret. I really like that song. That's one of the only songs by Prince I liked before buying that album. And I listened to the whole album. I was like, man, this is good as shit. Nothing gay in the album. It's not a gay album, you know. It's just good music, like I said. I like that Lizzo song "Truth Hurts," and I haven't listened to anything else by Lizzo, but I like that song because it's really emotional. Like, I remember listening to it and it gave me a tear. I was like, poor Lizzo. Oh, poor Lizzo. I like Fiona Apple. She's really good. I don't remember which album I had. I can't remember the name of it. You know, it sat so long on my MP3 player. It's just an album by Fiona Apple. I don't know. I like No Doubt. I did do something weird one time. When I was a kid, I made this cassette tape that just had that one song, "I'm Just a Girl in the World," and of course I changed the lyrics to "I'm Just a Boy in the World." Like that's the way I would listen to it, and I really like that song. But I put it on repeat the whole cassette, and I know my father. He has to go through everything of mine. That's the type of father he is. He just has to go through everything that I own when I'm not around, and just to look at everything. I would love to see him get mad, putting on that tape and listening to it, and then it just repeats over and over again. God, you know. All right, we're reaching the end. But the one thing I don't listen to and I don't like that my father says that I do like is Backstreet Boys or like boy bands or something like that. I hate boy bands. I would never fucking listen to a boy band. But because I know this because that he said this because when I was a teenager, I was in a band, a rock band. I was the singer, guitarist, and one of my band members was a friend of the family's. You know, we all went to church together, and he told me about his brother liking boy bands, and he was trying to gauge my reaction. You see what I mean? This bass, they're still playing bass outside. Like they started it before I started the video. I waited for a drive by, and now there's one now, and there was one earlier, like a couple of minutes ago. It's too much. It's ridiculous to not be the Sykes doing stupid shit. Like it's too much at a certain point. You know, like at a certain point, it's not just randomness. It's people specifically going down the road with their bass just to be annoying as fuck. So, anyways. I know from the way they treated me that my father, uh, even one of my band members, he wanted to do like a cover of a Backstreet Boys song, and we did it. And I thought we were being ironic. You know what I mean? But turns out I wasn't being ironic. It was just them helping my father push his lies, and that's all it is. Well, this is the end of the video for now. Thank you for watching F Steve, and I hope that you got something out of this, and it wasn't just a pointless video that you just watched and decided I'm just a douchebag and decide to keep on pushing these lies. Please think for yourself. Think about what you're doing when you're dealing with me. Think about what the real implications is, and what you're really doing. If you're going to continue to do this over and over again, think about how nothing has changed. Thank you. Good night.